In the world of Lakers basketball, not every story is told on the court. Some unfold behind closed doors, in locker rooms and headlines. Moments that shaped a franchise and the fans who lived through them. This is a Lakers land story.
How did you fall in love with basketball?
Well, for me, I wasn't good in any other sports except soccer. I was
okay?
Not like you.
I've seen your first touch.
Not like you, but
the day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done.
It's like everybody keeps talking about age, but I think we're asking the wrong question, because what if the problem isn't age at all? What if the real issue is the modern NBA asking superstars to be systems, franchises, brands, leaders, scorers, and playmakers, all while staying healthy for 82 games and 4 playoff rounds? Right now, no duo represents that pressure more than Luka and LeBron. One is 41 years old, still elite in his own right, still carrying expectations no player in history has survived this long under. The other one is 27, yet already showing signs of physical wear and tear, usually reserved for older stars. And honestly, that should scare the Lakers.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm not angry or disappointed. I mean, obviously you're disappointed in the simple fact like you being down 3-0, obviously. But I mean, you know, we still got life, and that's all you can ask for. And we got to be much better on Monday. See what happens.
You are watching the Lakers Land YouTube channel with Seven Mitchell, home of all the news and everything daily for your Lakers. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new.
The age lie. The NBA has become obsessed with age, y'all. The second a player turns 30 years old, it seems like people will say his window is closing, he's washed up, or he's pretty much declining. But to be honest, in my opinion, age alone doesn't explain modern superstar burnout anymore. Because check it out, Luka is 27 years of age, and his body, some may say, is already breaking down. Meanwhile, you got LeBron, who is 41 and still capable of controlling playoff games like we seen in the first round versus Houston. So clearly something else is happening. You got to take in consideration, mileage matters more than age. Sometimes role burden matters more than age. You're dealing with a constant offensive responsibility in today's NBA. And then a lot of times modern stars, they enter the NBA already overworked. You think about the international workload, the AAU workload that some of these guys coming into the league already is dealing with. Luka has basically been a professional basketball player since childhood. We're talking heavy usage, playmaking responsibility, each and every possession, constant creation. That adds up. And now you got these hamstring injuries, you got, conditioning concerns that the media has kind of threw out there when it comes to Luka, even, last season. And then this explosive fatigue. To me, that's not really old age. That's kind of acclimated basketball stress all totality, into one. And this is where the Luka conversation gets uncomfortable when we talk about the Luka problem, quote unquote, because talent-wise, he's definitely one of the best offensive players alive. But physically, there are just warning signs, just to be honest. The hamstring injury matters, conditioning matters, defensive energy matters. Not so much because Luka Dončić isn't great, but because modern playoff basketball, y'all, punishes weak points brutally. And we haven't even gotten an opportunity to see Luka in these playoffs with the Lakers. The Lakers traded for Luka hoping they could secure their future. But right now, they're trying to solve 2 timelines at once. They're trying to maximize Luka's prime and still trying to preserve LeBron's final years. To me, it sounds great on paper, but in reality, that's one of the hardest balancing acts I think that you're going to have in the basketball. LeBron's last evolution, let's talk about it, because the LeBron James situation is almost the opposite of what we were just speaking on with Luka. He already beat aging pretty much. That's the crazy part. At 41, year 23, 50,000 plus combined points. We are literally watching basketball history continue in real time, in 4K. But even LeBron can't outrun reality forever. And I think people misunderstand what's happening to him. This isn't decline. This is conservation. Energy management, you're talking about reduced rim pressure, selective takeover mode for LeBron when he has that luxury to, and he still has that offensive orchestration element that goes to the game. That's what makes him so pivotal and so impactful in today's NBA. LeBron James no longer plays every possession at maximum force. He picks his moments now. And I don't have a problem with that. You watch James on a day-to-day, he stabilizes chaos. He's controlling the pace. He's reading defense. And honestly, that's probably the one reason he's still elite. I didn't think we'd ever see a 41-year-old player still control playoff games like I saw LeBron do in the first round.
There's a lot of crazy things that's been going on this year, for me. I was on the floor with my son, like in a playoff game. That's probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my career. It was just so cool to be out there with him and his brother and sister and his mom in the building and his grandma. That's just insane. My mom get to watch her son and her grandson during the playoffs. That's crazy.
How do you fit him in?
LeBron's making 53, 54 million, right in that range.
Yep.
I think everyone realizes he's going to have to take some sort of a pay cut. I'm not talking down to, like $5 million, but the Lakers, it can go on a spending spree this summer. Obviously, a lot of that money is going to be earmarked for making Austin Reeves a very rich man. But, I think there's a clear path for LeBron to come back, but it's not going to be at 53 million. I think everyone pretty much realizes that, probably even LeBron too.
Just finished by saying this, and what Gary is saying is exactly what I am saying, but I'm going to be a little bit more specific. You getting paid $50 million. You're 41, 42, 43 years old, right?
42, I believe.
Yeah, okay. You got a three-headed monster like you're talking about. The Lakers, if you want to move on and be a championship team for the next 5, 6, 7 years, you got to build around Luka Dončić, Austin Reeves. You can't do that if he's still here.
Yeah.
He's $50 million. That comes off the cap. You can go get 2 really good basketball players.
Oh, at the 50.
And young basketball players that can come in here and help. So again, all you haters out there that, he hating on LeBron. No, this is basketball.
Right.
This is logic. This what makes sense for the Lakers. Now, I'm not in those meetings. I don't know what they're going to do. But if I am in those meetings, we move on from LeBron James, no matter how he does this year. It doesn't matter. He comes off $50 million off the cap. We can go get 2 guys that can really come in here that are younger and less expensive that can help us get to the next level.
My final take, boys and girls, is just the hard truth of this whole thing. And here's what the hard truth about aging superstars is. The issue, like I said at the beginning, it isn't age anymore. It's about balance. Can an NBA franchise protect their stars, maximize their stars, build around their stars, and still hold everybody accountable? That's the real balancing act. That's the real challenge. Because if you overwork Luka, you're going to shorten the future. If you over-rely on LeBron, you're going to drain the present. And if the Lakers can't solve that balance specifically, this era could it could end really before it fully begins, to be honest. The modern NBA just doesn't test talent anymore. It tests sustainability. And right now, that might be the Lakers' biggest problem. Lakers land, what matters more to y'all? Long-term, preserving Luka, or maximizing LeBron? Should be an easy answer, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm Seven Mitchell. This is Lakers Land. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to the platform, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, become a member. Now we got exclusive content. Membership is only 99 cents this month. So definitely appreciate you guys' support. And y'all know me, man. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Take care. Peace.